Welcome back to another episode of the Stress-Free Love Talk Show. I'm going to still call her a special guest because she's special and she's a guest. This is Jonna Marie. Welcome. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
And I'm a 9. That's what we talk about here.
Yeah. If you were to explain a 9 in a way that's going to tell him if you know somebody that's a 9, what would you say? 9s are what?
Everything I want to describe a 9 with sounds so negative.
The Enneagram is the ugly stuff we don't like about ourselves. Somebody might think, oh, I'm a peacemaker. Whereas a 9, they're like, oh, God, I gotta always mediate.
It's always in between. It's exhausting.
Things that go, you might be a 9. Is it 9s are super cool, laid back, relatable, don't necessarily go out of their way to talk to anybody, but can talk to anybody.
Absolutely.
Not easily embarrassed.
What's up?
Beats me. I wish I knew. So our other special guest is Mr. Derrick Sier. I'm so grateful to have you.
Thanks for the invitation.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I play football in Iowa, and I moved back because I had a certain young lady that was interested in being part of my life. And I was like, stop playing, girl. If you for real, I will turn down this football scholarship, my academic scholarship. I will move back home. And she was like, I'm for real. So I hung up the phone, went across campus, talked to my coach. I was like, yo, I'm done.
Really?
I'm dead serious. I moved back home in June. I proposed in July. And we've been married.
You know.
20 years.
Beautiful.
So over the last 20 years, been able to work for Salvation Army Boys and Girls Club, University of Central Oklahoma, Chesapeake Energy. And I launched my company called Almost Team Building in 2013.
And spell it.
OMOS. One mind, one spirit. Team building.
We're going to get into some personality stuff about you that you don't even know.
I don't even know.
So this is about to be
that has set me up. Then it gave me a red cup and I was like, we're going to talk about your life. Dang, my life.
What about those jobs really spoke to you?
I believe that our natural personalities will create ways for us.
The Bible says your gift will make room for you.
Yeah.
Tell me about your gift. What in you connects to being able to serve kids?
I grew up in North Tulsa. My dad had this big red truck and he would drive up and down the block and honk horns and the kids would run out and he'd take them to the community center. He would wash their clothes. He would feed them dinner, teach them a sport or a skill. Yeah. He was like, this is just what sires do, bro. This is something that has been ingrained in my life so much that my skills and my talents gravitate towards that demographic. People don't see Black men being mentors. Right. And here's the thing, Black fathers show up. Black men may not be in the home, but they are in the lives of their children. We know that there are a lot of people that are physically present, but mentally and spiritually are not. You there, but you're not really connected.
So look at that census data.
Yes, the data that is being spread that Black men are not present. Black men are overwhelmingly present. This is why I love your Enneagram that you put on social media.
It's not mine, but
I'm saying,
for your community, you're who they're getting it from.
You're the gateway to the Enneagram for a lot of the community because people don't know that.
You know, I'm a therapist and I'm going to push you a little bit because you like to tip the hat to other people.
He's a 2.
Because I don't like to talk about
That's exactly what it is. Okay. I know you're a 2. I don't know that you know you're a 2. We're gonna
I don't even know what it means.
Oh, I can't wait.
For those who don't know.
You told me I was a 2.
I don't really know what a 2 is specifically.
I'll change this first.
Okay.
Why is that important for you?
I think that I receive the greatest value when I serve others. That could be because of the way that I be myself. Yeah. I see a lot of shortcomings in myself. When I serve others, they affirm the work that I do. Yeah. It compensates for my lack of self-affirmation.
What's going on over there, Jonna Marie?
I just think he's the better 9.
9s and 2s get mistyped a lot.
I think he's a better 9.
Being helpful, huge for 9s and 2s. Okay. 2s are focused on other people's feelings. 9s come across as caring about other people's feelings, but they really don't. They want them to not have feelings.
We just want you to be okay.
But what happens after we do it?
We're uncomfortable when you're not okay.
You want them to be okay and go away?
They don't have to go anywhere. They just have to stop emoting.
I like it. Emote.
That's the difference. 2s are a part of the feelings triad. 2s, 3s, and 4s. Shame is a core emotion. 3s, which I'm a 3, are really good at playing it off. 2s more readily identify with the concept of shame. I talked earlier about being easily embarrassed. 9s are not. 2s are.
Oh, yeah. Easily. Super embarrassed. I can't believe that just happened. Are they thinking about it? Am I thinking about it?
Me too, as a 3, but you will never know. I have a hard time convincing people of that. Like, I'm like, thank you. For a 2,
I would say I'm over the top with you.
But sometimes that's a distraction.
Wait, why?
It's a point of connection.
There we go.
By me admitting my shame, it provides a space of vulnerability for you to be equally vulnerable.
Can I say something on that? Sure. In my method, the Stress-Free Love method, I work with the 8 core emotions. Okay. Every one of the emotions has a gift. One of those is shame. I had a hard time understanding What is the gift of shame? Shame is bad every time. The gift of shame is humanity.
Okay.
Wow.
And that's exactly what you're describing. I'm
It's
human
okay.
and you're human and we can all laugh about it. Would you?
That's exactly it.
Wow.
Like if you're struggling with something, my goal is to offer some of my shame
Yeah.
so you can feel good.
A minute ago, you said it is a distraction.
Oh, yeah. When he said he was over the top with it,
Mhm.
it sounds like that's a distraction. So if I can get there first, you can't get there.
Oh, no, that's definitely.
There's no vulnerability to it if I've admitted it.
You can't come for me because I already did it.
I controlled it.
Yes.
I make the fat joke. You can't
Yeah,
make the fat joke.
exactly.
Like,
You
I
already
own the
did it.
fat joke. I already did it. Oh, that's
That's
good.
it.
Give me another one. I throw it out there.
Yeah.
That provides space for me to feel comfortable. But on the back end, it's like, yo, bro, you hurting.
For sure.
And I've been that way since I was like 7 or 8.
With twos, the conversation is always about the other.
Of course.
There are a lot of things within the Enneagram that come across as being so overwhelmingly positive that it's very hard to grow. Things that are not healthy for us are being celebrated. I'll give you an example.
Say that again.
I was going to ask.
Okay, so like me as a 3, they say it's very hard for 3s in America to be in a place of growth because failure is necessary. And success is celebrated no matter what.
Failure is necessary.
Yeah.
Success is celebrated no matter what.
Yeah. So a 3 may be achieving in order to cover something, but nobody's going to say, hey, I see that you started another business. Can you tell me what's really going on?
Mm-hmm.
They're going to go, you are killing it.
Yeah.
They're going to celebrate it. Success is always seen as positive.
Yeah.
And so is being selfless.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the trap for 2, avoiding their own pain, own shame by focusing on somebody else. I actually have a 2 group. So here's one of my favorite things that 2s do. And in my group, they love to connect about a concept that I have named modeling.
Okay.
2s have needs like everybody else, but instead of telling you what those needs are,
Mm-hmm.
they will instead show you how to do it. Watch me.
Oh, yeah. For you. Yeah.
Right.
That's because expressing it feels selfish.
That's the word.
That feels weird. Let me
show
wash the
you how to
dishes.
give.
Let
show
me
you how to
fold
do this.
laundry. Let me.
Yeah. Did you see how you got mad and I didn't respond in a certain way? You should try it.
That's
Yeah.
legit.
Selfish.
Mhm.
That's a huge thing for 2s. And one of my workarounds for my 2s is, would it be selfish for somebody else?
No, I completely cater to them. I'll take it a step further. I would pursue that.
Yeah.
I'd draw it out.
That's how I felt the whole time we've been talking.
Definitely. I find value. I mean, you good? We can even make you a drink.
Yeah.
You don't even have to say it.
Value.
Mhm.
A word that sounds positive.
Mhm.
The flip side of that is I don't have value if I'm not being helpful.
That's valid.
That doesn't apply to other people.
Just me.
I'm not allowed to have needs, but you are. I love your needs. Your needs give me something else to focus on. Jonna hit the nail on the head when she said it's a distraction.
How is that a distraction?
The 2 is using that as a distraction.
From what?
How they feel and what they need.
Okay.
As I see him take this deep breath, I can tell you that
Is
once
it?
you really get into your number, it's life changing. It causes you to question things about yourself that you thought you were.
That we thought were good.
We thought we're good. It's serving other people and they're thriving, but it's not doing anything for us.
It's not something like, I guess I kind of do that. No, it's like, hell yeah, I do that with all of my strength.
Mm-hmm.
As a 3, the big one, especially with people of color that I talk to,
Mhm.
is code switching.
Easy.
For a 2, for sure. For a 3, where you're talking about value and being helpful, a 3 finds value if I'm able to talk to you in a way that connects with you.
Yeah.
I actually had a client today that I said, hey, I got this talk show coming out. I'm going to wonder how my clients feel because I talk differently around my friends than I do around my clients. I wonder if they're going to say, who is that?
Right.
But I take it as a badge of honor. It seems like a positive that I'm able to connect. This is so beautiful. I have to say this. Do you know Ivan, my cousin?
Yeah.
He's a 3 as well. Struggled with growing out his dreads.
Yeah.
Was professional in a corporate setting.
Okay.
He had been awarded a certain honor within his company at a big event. Normally, around mostly white people, he would be how they want him to be, to make them comfortable. He was so excited to have met that goal. He instead embraced how he was really feeling. He ran across the stage and grabbed the guy's hand and brought him in for like a,
Oh, brother.
yeah, right. And his boss said to him, I want to see more of that.
Wow.
Wow.
Which he was holding back.
Right. We're providing them a certain version of ourselves that we think will feel good to them.
Right.
But we don't know what other people need. And that's probably not good news to a two.
It's not. One of the things that I've held on to from being a part of your session, which is very challenging to me, is I'm not responsible for other people's feelings. Like I left and I was like, like, how do I go home?
Now what?
I'm talking to my kids and I'm doing over the top from my wife. The whole concept, I'm manipulating their choice when I try to control. Like, that's hard.
Yeah.
Or two.
You've seen that as being positive.
People respond well to that.
Absolutely.
When somebody finds somebody that's attentive,
the two gets a certain kind of a high off of that.
Yeah.
The issue is twos will show up for other people in a way that disadvantages themselves. They don't get their own needs met. What comes from that is a really scary level of resentment.
Yeah.
I've modeled this for you. What's up?
I've shown you how to do it.
You didn't see me?
I've talked to you about it.
probably not talk to you about it.
No.
Showed
That's
it.
the mind.
I definitely showed you.
Let me show them how you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, there's no why there.
A two's perfect world would be if they never needed anything. Unfortunately, you need stuff.
We feel like our needs are way bigger than everyone else's.
Not smaller, but big.
Way bigger.
Wow.
And I've been modeling it because I need it. But if you don't do it,
It's okay because it's so big.
because it's so big.
It's so big.
Wow.
If you did it, that would be amazing.
Maybe it feels uncomfortable to be on the receiving end.
It does. Our relationship consists of me serving you.
I think he's what we try to portray.
Yes.
I wish I didn't care.
Yeah.
That's the ideal setup for two.
It's heavy.
Doing it and walking away free of your response is liberating. And there's something sneaky about that affirmation. Oh, you're such a good. It's like that right there. Makes you want some more. You thought that was hard. You don't know what else I can do. You know what I'm saying? But the desire is to do it free of the affirmation. I'm not speaking for twos.
No, you are. So you want to know what the path is to that?
What's the path? Go ahead.
You're not going to like it?
Oh, it's hard. Whatever your deepest struggle is going to be the car that takes you to where you need to be.
I wonder if we can get there this way.
Okay.
What would be the thing that if somebody said it to you would like cut you? Maybe worse than anything.
You're selfish.
That's it. That is the word. Like Jonah said, is do the thing that you fear most. Once I have my needs met, I have extra. That's when I'm able to give.
And that's when you genuinely give. You're the goal.
He said,
I know that sounds crazy, but you can't be all you can be if you're not full. If you think you're giving at the max right now, imagine what you could do if all of your needs were met.
What more could you give if you had more? If I have my cup full, I can give it and not miss it.
I tell you where the disconnect is.
Okay.
What does that look like?
You're not even able to see it.
It's more conceptual and less real.
He's like my fake me. He's what I like try to present.
Yeah.
What I do is selfish.
No, well, he does this too.
What you do is too.
He's like,
But I think
No, it is.
like
Yes.
you care about what they do with it.
Even with that, though.
You're still missing what you need.
Yes,
I
that's what I was gonna
hope
say.
that you work on
That's what I
that.
was gonna say.
as long as it doesn't require.
Me to sacrifice my stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm not okay anymore with sacrificing what I need.
With nines, we talk about harmony. For twos is, let me shoot you the solo.
Yeah.
What's missing is their voice. So say it's 4-part harmony, there's only 3 parts. We need you too.
I need
Like you have a
input
part
myself.
here. Yeah. Like my sister, she's going to kill me, but
She loves you. It's okay.
she does. She probably
We're both nines.
Wait, said she probably wouldn't even watch
But I can edit this. She might watch some of it, but if I put this at the end,
As a not.
she's going to skim.
Yeah, be skimmed. We have
Listen.
text when they send long shit.
Yeah.
We know.
They know I'm gonna skim it.
We could put
Oh,
the
no.
key
I
to
read
life
the
in the middle.
whole thing.
Our friend
And
Lauren
respond-
responds
Yes.
sentence by sentence
And she's a 6. 6s and 2s are going to give you their all.
and put a meme with it.
Can I
It'll
tell
be
you
exciting.
what's frustrating as a 2 in text messages?
Please.
I don't like it when I get a long text message.
No, he ain't saying the same thing as you are.
Oh, he's
I'm
not.
gonna tell you why. If I emoji it, I have to emoji everything. I don't want to. I want a question mark. I want a love. I want a ha-ha. I literally tell my friends, bro.
Wait, you tell him.
I tell my friends, you gotta break it up, bro. I would rather you send me 20 text messages.
You
than
tell them
one
why.
line. I do. I can't respond to them how I want to. I gotta be like that part, haha. That part, exclamation mark. I want to go through it. Heart, haha, exclamation mark. Thumbs up, thumbs down, question marks. I want to respond to every piece of it.
Why?
She's about to push you. This is where it gets hard.
I want you to know that I spent time reading
Why does that matter?
because I value you. That's the value word.
My value is in that.
It's a decreased value.
Is that because you want them to do that for you? What do you even send a paragraph?
I would never send a paragraph. I wish I could pull out a text message right now. There are no long ones.
Really challenging to pull back, to just really think about what you would do for you.
Yeah.
And not think about how it's going to be perceived. How come you're taking away time from other people that you think are more valuable than whatever it is that you're talking about?
For twos, I actually tell it all the time in there.
You use my story all the time?
All the time. And my twos feel so heard.
You feel hurt by my story?
No, heard.
Heard. Oh, you said hurt.
He was ready to restructure his
I was.
Tell me what about it they didn't like.
And then tell me who they were so I can personally apologize to each of them. Okay, go ahead.
I knew him to be funny and to be outgoing. I thought he was a 7. I met up with you at his favorite coffee shop, which is called Vintage Coffee. And your relationship with this coffee shop is,
Okay, so
do you work there?
I don't.
Do they pay?
They don't. But I'll tell you this, when I got laid off, they were like, we'll just let you hang out. Buy coffee.
Wait, is there people that can't come hang out in the back?
No, but they were saying, you can hold your meetings here. You can stay all day.
Regular people did show up at
everybody?
whole meetings.
Regular people can't do that.
So they wasn't offering you nothing extra. They were offering me the same stuff you offer everybody.
I didn't pay for my first coffee. They don't do that for everybody. But that initial coffee hooked your boy for 7 years.
You know what I'm saying? Do the
and
stuff
you
that
can
everybody
do it.
else do.
I threw open mics there. Your boy did both his
did a
books
book
already
release?
there. Yeah, I did.
We met up there. Somebody walks in. This dude hops up to go greet them.
I'm getting up every single time.
probably getting
and
up.
my wife hates it.
I need to know her type.
She says she's a 5.
Oh, very different than you.
Yes. 20 years. Lots of grace.
5 and a 2. I've seen it. 5s don't have feelings.
One more time, put the people in the back.
Your goal in life is to meet feelings. They have feelings every once in a while, only when it is a really serious situation. And because they don't normally have feelings, they don't have any kind of a system, things can get really ugly for them.
It's real.
Okay. So I also did a group called How to Love a 5.
How to love a 5.
I did a mini workshop.
Are 5s hard to love?
No, but they're misunderstood.
Okay.
It's this idea, you're not letting me in. 5s are extremely honest. They'll tell you unless they don't respect you. If you're still married, then she respects you.
Right.
But if somebody presents themselves as being incompetent, if they've spoken on something they know nothing about, they don't need to correct you. So one would need to, oh, no, listen, this is what it really is.
5 is like mentally earmarked.
Exactly.
That person is
Off the
incompetent.
island.
Exactly.
Incompetence is the number one trigger for a 5. The other thing that I'm going to
real.
say that stands out to me about 2s and 5s, I'm going to prophesy into your life now,
Come on, speak.
is 5s have excellent boundaries.
Yes.
They don't take on other people's stuff.
They don't.
And 2s take on everybody's
Yes.
stuff.
So what does that look like? When one person doesn't take on anybody's stuff, and then the other person takes on everybody's
Are you
stuff.
really asking? Because I can tell you.
I'm married to a 5.
But it looks like feeling unvalued.
For
You.
yeah. And what else?
Her feeling inadequate
Okay.
to give you the responses that you want.
What's the response? Give me a response, and it's like, thanks. That's what you gave me. You gave me thanks.
Can I give you the upside though?
Okay, come on.
The good news is you get to have all the feelings. They're their own island.
Yeah.
2s don't trust that because they don't identify with that.
Right.
So they're trying to pull out something that isn't there. It's not that she's hiding feelings like a 2 would. So you get to have them all.
I see it, and I'm like, surely.
Right.
Like when I say I don't care.
Yeah.
A lot of
But you
people
do care.
No, I really don't
You
care.
don't care?
I
No, no,
really
no.
don't care.
Nope.
5s don't care either?
If I say I don't care, I
They'll
really
tell
don't
you
care.
if they do. The way you support a 5.
Well, help my marriage.
We talked earlier about certain things that are celebrated. 5s come from a scarcity mindset.
Okay.
There's only so much of my attention, my time, my energy, my money, whatever. It feels like a healthy thing to be responsible.
Right.
Like
Nobody's
amazing.
going to tell you that's bad. The core emotion of 2s is shame. The core emotion of 5s is actually fear. Fear of the outside world coming in and taking their resources. But a 2, what's going on over there?
I texted my wife. I said, you're going to go on Hillary's podcast.
Please. I've thought about bringing on couples together. That's why I don't do couples therapy. It's because relationships are an individual endeavor.
Yes.
There's not a we here. There's a me. If I slice my finger, you don't bleed.
I co-sign this by saying when you met the person that you were just deathly in love with, you were an individual person that they fell in love with.
Exactly.
And now you've gone on to deep-seated relationship and you're a we.
Yeah.
They didn't meet a we. I've experienced a lot of things in life, from
So-
homelessness to adoption to foster care. I was married from the time that I was 22 to 5 years ago. So I'm just now learning how to experience me. From not knowing anything to being with my adopted mom, to not knowing anything to being with Hillary, being able to experience life at a higher level.
How much of a role did the Enneagram play in that?
Oh
journey?
my God. You know, you think you're doing the best you can. That's what everybody does.
And you are.
Yeah.
Everybody does the best they can, but having the actual tools is the cheat code to get you to a whole nother level that you didn't even know existed.
Right.
It makes it harder, but it makes it easier at the same time. It causes you to tap into things that you didn't know you needed to tap into. Things that you thought were strengths are now weaknesses, but things that you thought were weaknesses are now strengths. My ultimate goal is peace. For me, I don't know if it's for all nines. Knowing conflict is what I struggle with. I need to tap into it. I need to speak my voice. It's hard for me to be the person that is the drive behind conflict. Everything that I've dealt with in my life as an adoptee, as a foster care person, it would be so easy for me to sit in the back and be cool with everything because that's just who I am. I'm cool with everything.
Yeah.
But I'm not.
How do you see the conflict leading to peace? Those seem like opposites.
It feels completely opposite.
So before, you have fake peace, which is if
I just don't say anything.
We don't have conflict because there's not conflicting opinions here. It's just yours.
Right.
How does leaning into conflict get you to true peace?
Once I put my opinion in there, then there's some conflict and there's some issues, but I don't have to hide anymore. I don't have to fake. I don't have to pretend. I could just be.
Felt that one.
Jeez. I don't even know what that feel like.
It's weird being able to be like, this is what I'm willing to do
Or not willing.
or not willing to do.
Right.
That is so hard for me. What I used to do was go over and above, make sure everybody was cool, check in, be the one that puts the glue together, but I'm not authentically me. I'm not happy. I'm stressed out doing that crap.
That's definitely the goal, to be able to do it or not do it and be like, that's just what it is. If I don't do it, there's lots of consequence.
What's the consequence?
It's consequences you've created in your imagination.
Yeah.
The consequence is my individual suffering. If I'm like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Which Instagram is huge. My piece, me. But on the inside, it's like,
That's what should be okay.
well, I'm over here worried about my peace.
You okay? You all right?
Then you try to find a way to protect your peace and their peace at the same time.
There is so little information out there of Black male Enneagram types.
Yes.
I mean, there's none. I just want to say thank you for being able to represent. I'm doing it backwards as a two because you're like, yes, I help others. But I hope it's been helpful to you as well. Yeah. But if people want to connect with you outside of this, give them a way to connect with you.
So Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, it's all Derrick Sier, Sier. It's rare enough where you can find me first name, last name.
Well, we appreciate you. And thanks for stopping by.
Hashtag Enneagram 2.